Hey Nick, how are we
Hi.
today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Adam?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So first of all, congratulations on the movie. The movie is incredible. You're amazing. I loved every
Thank
second
you.
of it.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Of course. What was your initial response when you landed the role of Jared?
I was in disbelief and also on cloud nine for like a week. I
Yeah,
was just smiling a lot and
yeah,
so happy. This was also in the middle of the pandemic, and so it was just months of dread. And then this light came along in the form of Dear Evan Hansen.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And how happy, because I think this is really important, how happy did it make you when they actually reconceived the character of Jared?
I loved it. I love the way Jared has evolved from the stage to the film, and I love how much the director and the screenwriter took in my own personality and my own identity into developing the screen version of Jared.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what was the most important trait you decided to bring to Jared in the film?
I think with Jared, the challenge is to balance his sarcastic dickishness with his love for Evan. And, as much as he says they're just family friends and they're not real friends, like they go way back, and he does care for Evan as much as he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think finding that balance is what's important.
exactly. And I feel like I love one of the things I loved about the film was your character is a bit of the comedic relief character. It's like I laughed like a lot of times when you were on the screen because your the delivery of your lines were amazing. I was just it just really
Thanks.
because obviously the film's like deals with a lot of heavy emotional topics, but your character was just it was kind of what we were all thinking and like what did you think of Evan's like decisions throughout the film? Or were you were like, would you have agreed with what Jared did or supported him? Like, what were you thinking?
I mean, I definitely think what Jared and Evan did was not chill.
Mm.
It's kind of hard to get behind, but also it's you get it. They're just trying to make the best out of a really bad situation. But no, I don't think I would ever do what they did.
And I was just watching. I was just like, yeah, maybe not, but like I said, a supportive best friend. What can I say? I guess. Look, ride or die. You're the ride or die. I feel friend.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things as well with your character is the performance of Sincerely Me because I thought you guys nailed that. How was it doing all of that?
It was so fun. I don't sing or dance, so it was also incredibly nerve wracking. I basically had to learn how to sing alongside a Tony winner in about 3 weeks,
Yeah.
which was terrifying. But it was also so much fun. One of my favorite days on set was when we were on the go karts in Sincerely Me, because we just got to be in go karts with Ben and Colton for days, and it was really great.
Yeah. And how was it working with Colton and Ben for that performance?
Oh, amazing! They're awesome. We
Yeah.
we all get along so well and had such a fun time shooting it. And because it was COVID too, we could only see each other, and so we got really close and bonded through the bubble, and
Yeah.
it was just a fun time.
That's so good. And with the choreography as well in the film, were you like a pro at it? Like, how did that process work?
So our choreographer Jamaica Craft is incredible. She's based in Atlanta, and she really held our hand through the process. Especially for me, I was like, I need extra time in the studio. I need some some like careful instruction because I just don't dance very well, and so she definitely led us through that process and like tried out different things, and if things didn't work on our bodies, then she would cut it, and it was very collaborative in that sense, and very tailored to each of us.
Yeah. Even though you say you're not a dancer, I think you did pretty well. I think you did solid effort.
Thank
So
you.
I applaud you. I
I
think you did
feel like
very
you're
well.
lying to me, but that's probably just my
No,
insecurity talking.
wait, please. No, that is not the case. I can tell you right now. And so what are you most excited about the film, about people seeing the film? What are you most excited about?
I'm excited for people to walk away wanting to have conversations about mental health. Um, because I think I don't know a single person who hasn't struggled with their mental health at some point in their life, and I think especially if we can talk about it with like teenagers and young people, like that'll just set them up for success later in life.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I feel like having watched the film the other day, like I feel like having films like this that actually deal with that topic of mental health, it's like we need to normalize these conversations because it's not talked about enough. So
Hmm.
being a part of that, like, do you hope that people will now start to have more open discussions about it?
I hope so. You know, I who knows? But I think for me at least, just being a part of the film and watching it and doing press around it has made me more comfortable talking about mental health with people in my life, which has been a really cool thing to see happen within myself. And I hope other people can get to have that experience as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's why this film is so important. I was just like, I was watching it and I was just like in kind of in awe of just how well the whole thing was done. I was like, you don't get enough, of this, and we need to because it's just so important. So I'm really glad. Um, so the next question is, what advice would you give to people who are having trouble embracing their authentic self?
No matter who you are, what you are, it's dope and you're dope and life is going to be great. You'll find your people, even if it feels like you have no people right now, and that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, very good. I love that. Um, and what would you the best advice be that you give your character of Jared? What would you give advice? Would you give Jared?
You're not as cool as you think. Um, Take a seat and you know open your mind a little bit and stop being such a dick.
That is very solid advice. I have to say.
I feel like a lot of teenagers could probably use that advice.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like our past selves are very, we're all in the learning stage of life.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it is. And how different is your role in Atypical to this role in Dear Evan Hansen?
They're similar in a lot of ways, but I think the way they're most different is that Zahid in Atypical is quite sweet and very supportive, whereas Jared is quite bitter and no, bitter is not the right word. Salty. He's a little salty. Yeah. Um, and he's supportive but begrudgingly, and in a way that like is a little problematic, you know. And also Jared is very gay and Zahid is very straight, and that's a notable distinction.
Yes, very notable. Yes, yes. And in your performance, sorry, in all the performances, which one is your favorite? Do you think
My favorite performance?
in the
Oh
film?
my gosh, I can't pick. I mean, everyone, and I'm not just saying that. Like, it really, like, truly, Ben and Caitlin and Amanda and Colton and Danny, and obviously Amy Adams and Julianne Moore, like, they're just phenomenal. And the whole supporting cast as well, like all the kids at the school. Um, it's just is wildly filled with talent.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, that kind of ends all the questions I wanted to ask today. But Nik, thank you so much for joining me today. You are
Yeah,
incredible in the film.
thank you, thank you so much for having me. It was great chatting.
Of course, of course. Enjoy the rest of your day and
You too. Have a good
see,
weekend.
have a good one. You too. See you, Nik.
Bye.